Hello everyone. Question is, what type of structure is for next in scripting? Option A, loop. Option B, branch. Option C, constant. Option D, variable. Correct answer is option A. Question is, while investigating a data breach, you discover that the account credentials used belonged to an employee who was fired several months ago for misusing company IT systems. The IT department never deactivated the employee's account upon their termination. Which of the following categories would this breach be classified as? Option A, advanced persistent threat. Option B, insider threat. Option C, known threat. Option D, 0 day. Correct answer is option B. Question is, you are configuring a SOHO network for a small coffee shop. They have found that certain customers will buy a single coffee cup and then sit at the coffee shop a day to use the Wi-Fi. The owner has asked you to block this customer's laptop from connecting by placing it on a block list. Which of the following configurations would you use to blocklist this customer's device based on its unique hardware identifier? Option A, enforce a WPA2 password. Option B, port filtering. Option C, MAC filtering. Option D, POTI forwarding. Correct answer is option C. Question is, a penetration tester sends an email out to 1 lakh random email addresses. In the email the attacker sent, it claims that your Bank of America account is logged out. Please click here to reset your password. Which of the following attack types is being used? Option A, vishing. Option B, phishing. Option C, spear phishing. Option D, whaling. Correct answer is option B. Question is, which of the following Mac OS feature is used to backup and restore files to an external hard disk? Option A, time machine. Option B, boot camp. Option C, snapshot. Option D, remote disk. Correct answer is option A. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, a company has had several virus infections over the past few months. The root cause was determined to be known vulnerabilities in the software applications in use by the company. What should an administrator implement to prevent future outbreaks? Option A, incident response team. Option B, patch management. Option C, acceptable use policies. Option D, host-based intrusion detection systems. Correct answer is option B. Question is, which Linux command is used to print the full contents of a file to the screen at once? Option A, grep. Option B, cat. Option C, dig. Option D is. Correct answer is option B. Question is, which of the following data types would be used to store the user's middle initial? Option A, boolean. Option B, string. Option C, character. Option D, integers. Correct answer is option C. Question is, which of the following types of attacks are usually used as part of an on-path attack? Option A, brute force. Option B, spoofing. Option C, DDoS. Option D, tailgating. Correct answer is option B. Question is, a salesperson uses their smartphone as a hotspot while traveling. The first week of their trip, Their smartphone could download files at 24 Mbps and stream online videos without any problems. Unfortunately, this week their smartphone is only operating at 256 kbps when they attempt to download a file. Additionally, they are having difficulty watching online videos due to excessive buffering. Which of the following is most likely the problem? Option A. The smartphone's hotspot is defective. Option B. The smartphone is overheating. Option C. The smartphone is not connected to Wi-Fi. Option D. The smartphone's data connection is being throttled. Correct answer is option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, you are partitioning a 1 TB hard drive on a new workstation. The hard disk has been partitioned into 4 different partitions with 100 GB, 150 GB, 250 GB and 500 GB. How many different file system types could you support on this 1 TB hard drive? Option A 4, Option B 3, Option C 2, Option D 1. Correct answer is option A. Question is, you have been asked to install a new hard drive in a Windows 10 system. You have already installed the hard drive and booted the system up. Which tool should you use to create the new partitions on the hard drive? Option A. Disk Management. Option B. DXDiag. Option C. Disk Defragmenter. Option D. DD. Correct answer is option A. Question is, Dion Training uses DHCP to assign private class C IP addresses to its Windows 10 workstations. Which of the following IP addresses is a class C address? Now see the options as option A, B, C and option D. Correct answer is option A. Question is, you are troubleshooting a user's computer. As part of your efforts, you want to install a new login with administrative privileges. Which of the following utilities should you use? Option A. System information. Option B. System configuration. Option C. Group policy. Option D. Local users and groups. Correct answer is option D. Question is, Christina recently purchased a new Android smartphone and is going on a trip. At the airport, she found a public wireless network called Free Airport Wi-Fi and connects to it. She noticed a question mark icon showing the toolbar next to Wi-Fi icon. Christina attempts to open a web page but gets an error of the page cannot be displayed. She begins to troubleshoot the device by verifying that the airplane mode is disabled, Bluetooth is enabled and tethering is enabled. Next, Christina attempts to make a phone call which works without any issues. Which of the following is most likely the issue with Christina's smartphone? Option A. The smartphone's SIM card is deactivated. Option B. The smartphone is connected to the free airport Wi-Fi but is not authenticated yet. Option C. The smartphone does not have a valid data plan enabled. Option D. The smartphone can only support 3G data networks. Correct answer is option B. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, a hospital's file server has become infected with malware. The files on the server all appear to be encrypted and cannot be opened. The network administrator receives an email from the attacker asking for 20 Bitcoin in exchange for the decryption key. Which type of malware most likely infected these computers? Option A, ransomware. Option B, spyware. Option C, keylogger. Option D, rootkit. Correct answer is option A. Question is, Diane training is concerned with the possibility of employee accessing another user's workstation in secured areas without their permission. Which of the following would best be able to prevent this from happening? Option A, require biometric identification for user logins. Option B, enforce a policy that requires passwords to be changed every 30 days. Option C, require a username and password for user logins. Option D, install security cameras in secure areas to monitor logins. Correct answer is option A. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, a cybersecurity analyst from Big Corp contacts your company to notify them that several of your computers were seen attempting to create a denial of service condition against their servers. They believe your company has become infected with malware and those machines were part of a larger botnet. Which of the following best describes your company's infected computers? Option A, 0-day. Option B, zombie. Option C, monsters. Option D, bugs. Correct answer is option B. Question is, an Android user recently cracked their screen and had it replaced. If they are in a dark room, the phone works fine. If the user enters a room with normal lights on, then the phone's display is dim and hard to read. What is the most likely the problem? Option A, auto brightness is enabled. Option B, faulty ambient light sensor. Option C, low battery. Option D, defective display. Correct answer is option B. Question is, which of the following policies or plans would describe the access requirements for connecting a user's laptop to the corporate network? Option A, password policy. Option B, onboarding policy. Option C, bring your own device policy. Option D, remote access policy. Correct answer is option C. Question is, you are troubleshooting an issue with multiple workstations that are having network connectivity issues. The network also has two servers connected to the network, but they do not have any connectivity issues. You look at the network configuration of the two servers and notices they are using static IP addresses. Based on what you know so far, what is most likely the cause of the workstation's network connectivity issue? Option A, the workstations are most likely configured to use dynamically assigned IP addresses and DHCP is not working properly. Option B, the internet connection for the network is down. Option C, the wireless network adapter for each workstation was accidentally disabled. Option D, the network's router is currently down. Correct answer is option A. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, Diane Training wants to provide governance for how employees can utilize the corporate network, email, and laptops while working for the company. Within which of the following should this be documented? Option A, asset management policy. Option B, acceptable use policy. Option C. Password policy. Option D. Knowledge base. Correct answer is option B. Question is, a web server has a planned firmware upgrade for Saturday evening. During the upgrade, the power to the building is lost and the firmware upgrade fails. Which of the following plans should be implemented to revert to the most recent working version of the firmware on the web server? Option A. Backup plan. Option B. Alternative plan. Option C. Rollback plan. Option D. Contingency plan. Correct answer is option C. Question is, Jason has an old 2017 Dell laptop that he uses to connect to his office network while traveling. The computer is slow and is running Windows 7. The laptop's screen was recently cracked and needs replacement. Jason brings the laptop to the computer store you work at and asks for your assistance. Which of the following do you recommend? Option A. Replace the display and contact the manufacturer for reimbursement. Option B. Purchase a new laptop as the cost to repair might be more than a new laptop. Option C. Sell him an external 15-inch table or monitor to connect to the laptop as a workaround. Option D. Replace the display and charge him for the parts or installation. Correct answer is option B. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, several users have contacted the help desk to report that they received an email from a well-known bank stating that their accounts have been compromised and they need to click here to reset their banking password. Some of these users are not even customers of this particular bank though. Which of the following best describes this type of attack? Option A. Whaling. Option B. Phishing. Option C. Spear phishing. Option D. Brute force. Correct answer is option B. Question is, which of the following control panel sections would a technician use to configure a Windows 10 computer to use narrator mode to read aloud the list of files that appear on the screen to the user? Option A. Ease of access. Option B. Sound. Option C. Indexing options. Option D. File Explorer options. Correct answer is option A. Question is, a home user brought their Windows 10 laptop to the electronics store where you work because they suspect it has a malware infection. You are in the process of remediating the infected system. Which of the following actions should you performing? Option A. Disable the laptop's wired and wireless network cards. Option B. Remove, quarantine or erase the infected files. Option C. Enable system restore and perform a backup. Option D. Review the type, symptoms, purpose and removal of the malware. Correct answer is option B. Question is, an administrator arrives at work and is told that network users are unable to access the shared drive on a Windows server. The administrator logs into the server and sees that some Windows updates were automatically installed last night successfully, but now the network connection shows limited with no availability. What rollback actions should the technician perform? Option A. Antivirus updates. Option B. Server's IP address. Option C. Server's NIC drivers. Option D. Web browsers. Correct answer is option C. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, a customer's Android smartphone is only 6 months old but is becoming excessively slow. When questioned, the customer states it was acting fine until they recently installed a new stock market tracking app. What actions should you take to troubleshoot the slow performance on this phone? Option A. Perform a hard reboot of the smartphone. Option B. Uninstall the app, reboot the phone and reinstall the app. Option C. Replace the phone with a new model. Option D. Factory reset the smartphone and reinstall all the apps. Correct answer is option B. Question is, your company wants to ensure that users cannot access USB mass storage devices. You have conducted some research online and found that if you modify the HKey underscore local underscore machine slash system slash current control set slash services slash USB store key, it will prevent USB storage devices from being used. Which of the following tools should you use to modify this key? Option A. MMC. Option B. msconfig. Option C. regedit. Option D. RDS. Correct answer is option C. Question is, Jonathan's father is visually impaired and is having difficulty seeing some of the items on his Windows 10 laptop. Which of the following control panel sections would a technician use to configure the magnifier features so that his father can zoom in on the different parts of the screen and see them easier? Option A. File Explorer options. Option B. Indexing options. Option C. Ease of access. Option D. Sound. Correct answer is option C. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, Windows file servers commonly hold sensitive files, databases, passwords, and more. What common vulnerability is usually used against a Windows file server to expose sensitive files, databases, and passwords? Option A. Cross-site scripting. Option B. SQL injection. Option C. CRLF injection. Option D. Missing patches. Correct answer is option D. Question is, Sagar is planning to patch a production system to correct a detected vulnerability during his most recent network vulnerability scan. What process should he follow to minimize the risk of a system failure while patching these vulnerabilities? Option A. Wait 60 days to deploy the patch to ensure there are no associated bugs reported with it. Option B. Deploy the patch in a sandbox environment to test it before patching the production system. Option C. Contact the vendor to determine a safe time frame for deploying the patch into the production environment. Option D. Deploy the patch immediately on the production system to remediate the vulnerability. Correct answer is option B. Question is, which of the following would leave a user's program running on their Windows 10 laptop while preventing other users from accessing them without entering the correct password? Option A. Hibernate. Option B. Shutdown. Option C. Lock. Option D. Sleep. Correct answer is option C. Question is, a Mac OS user is browsing the internet in Google Chrome while they see a notification that says Windows Enterprise Defender. Your computer is infected with a virus. Please click here to remove it. What type of threat is this user experiencing? Option A. Fanning. Option B, worm. Option C, rogue antivirus. Option D, phishing. Correct answer is option C. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, an employee at Dion Training complains that their smartphone is broken. They state that it cannot connect to the internet nor can it make or receive phone calls and text messages. You ask them to start up the music player on his phone and it opens without any issues. It appears the common issues has to do with the device's network connectivity. Which of the following is most likely the problem with this smartphone? Option A, the cellular radio in it is broken. Option B, airplane mode is enabled on the device. Option C, the VPN password was entered. Option D, the Bluetooth connection is disabled. Correct answer is option D. Question is, you are going to replace a power supply in a desktop computer. Which of the following actions should you take first? Option A, use a grounding probe to discharge the power supply. Option B, remove any jewelry you are wearing. Option C, dispose of the old power supply. Option D, verify proper cable management is being used. Correct answer is option B. Question is, you are working on upgrading the memory of a laptop. After removing the old memory chips from the laptop, where you should safely store them until you are ready to reuse them in another laptop. Option A, Ziploc bags. Option B, manila envelopes. Option C, cardboard box. Option D, anti-static bag. Correct answer is option D. Question is, an employee's inbox is now filled with unwanted emails after their email password had been compromised last week. You help them reset their password and regain access to their account. Many of the emails are coming from different email addresses such as @yahoo.com, @gmail.com, and @hotmail.com. Which of the following actions should the user take to help reduce the amount of spam they receive? Option A, create a domain-based email filter. Option B, click the unsubscribe button of each email. Option C, establish an allow list of trusted senders. Option D, mark each email as spam or junk. Correct answer is option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, a user is complaining about slow data speeds when they are at home in a large apartment building. The user uses Wi-Fi when they get home and the device works fine on other wireless networks they connect to. Which of the following actions should the user take to increase their data speeds? Option A, turn off Wi-Fi and rely on their cellular data plan. Option B, increase the Wi-Fi signal being transmitted by their WAP. Option C, enable map filtering on their WAP. Option D, upgrade to a new smartphone. Correct answer is option B. Question is, you have decided that you wanted to install a second operating system on your computer. After installing the OS and rebooting the computer, you see the operating system not found error on your display. You verify that the boot.ini file is configured properly, but the error still appears. What is the most likely causing this error? Option A, an unsupported version of Linux is installed. Option B. The MBR bootloader was installed accidentally. Option C. Windows startup services are not properly running. Option D. An incompatible partition is marked as active. Correct answer is option D. Question is, which of the following is the best way to regularly prevent different security threats from occurring within your network? Option A. Business continuity training. Option B. Disaster recovery planning. Option C. Penetration testing. Option D. User training and awareness. Correct answer is option D. Question is, you are working as a penetration tester and have discovered a new method of exploiting a vulnerability within the Windows 10 operating system. You conduct some research online and discovers that a security patch against this particular vulnerability doesn't exist yet. Which type of threat would this best be categorized as? Option A, zero day. Option B, brute force. Option C, DDoS. Option D, spoofing. Correct answer is option A. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, Suzanne is installing several updates on a Windows computer. 9 of the updates were installed without any issues, but one upgrade product produced an error and failed to install. Suzanne restarts the computer as part of the troubleshooting process and the computer automatically attempts to install the failed update again. Again the update fails to install. What should Suzanne do next? Option A. Research the error number for the failed update and determine if there is a known issue with this update. Option B. Download the update from a third-party website like SourceForge and install it. Option C. Manually download and install the failed update. Option D. Review the event viewer to determine the cause of the failure. Correct answer is option A. Question is, you have just installed a new photo sharing social media app on your smartphone. When you try to take a photo with the app, you hear the picture taking sound. Unfortunately, when you check the app and your photo album, you cannot find any new pictures. Which of the following actions should you take to fix this issue? Option A. Verify the app has the correct permissions. Option B. Perform a firmware update. Option C. Uninstall and reinstall the app. Option D. Update all the smartphone's app. Correct answer is option A. Question is, a user has asked you for a recommendation on which word processing software they should install. There are 4 different software packages they are considering and each uses a different licensing type. The user states they do not want to pay for the software. Which of the following would most likely be the best option for them? Option A. Open source. Option B. Corporate. Option C. Enterprise. Option D. Personal. Correct answer is option A. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, which mitigation provides the best return on investment by mitigating the most vulnerable attack vector in an enterprise network? Option A. Update all antivirus definitions on workstations and servers. Option B. Provide end users awareness training for office staff. Option C. Enable biometrics and SSO for authentication. Option D. Remove unneeded services running on the servers. Correct answer is option B. Question is, your organization has recently suffered a data breach due to a server being exploited. As a part of the remediation efforts, the company wants to ensure that the default administrator password on each of the 1250 workstations on the network is changed. What is the easiest way to perform this password change requirement? Option A. Revoke the digital certificate. Option B. Utilize the key escrow process. Option C. Create a new security group. Option D. Deploy a new group policy. Correct answer is option D. Question is, Jason's company issued him an old 2018 laptop with an internal hardware security key that he uses to connect to his office network over a VPN while traveling. Without this laptop, Jason cannot access his company's internal servers, emails, or shared drive files. The Windows 10 laptop is extremely slow and screen recently cracked and needs to be replaced. When Jason returns to the company's headquarters, the company will provide him with a new laptop due to the broken screen. Until then, he is working out of his hotel room during a 45 days business trip and needs to continue using this laptop. Jason brings the laptop to the computer store you work at and asks you your assistance. Which of the following do you recommend? Option A. Replace the display and contact the manufacturer for reimbursement. Option B. Sell him an external tablet or monitor to connect to the laptop as a workaround. Option C. Replace the display and charge him for the parts or installation. Option D. Purchase a new laptop as the cost to repair might be more than a new laptop. Correct answer is option B. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, your company is concerned about the possibility of power fluctuations that may occur and cause a small increase in the input power to their server room. What condition is this known as? Option A. Power spikes. Option B. Power failure. Option C. Undervoltage event. Option D. Power surge. Correct answer is option D. Question is, what does the command shutdown/h do on a Windows workstation? Option A. Shut down the workstation. Option B. Log off the workstation. Option C. Enter sleep mode. Option D. Reboot the workstation. Correct answer is option C. Question is, which of the following types of mobile devices screen locks uses biometrics to securely unlock the device? Option A. Face ID. Option B. Swipe. Option C. Passcode. Option D. Touch ID. Correct answer is option A and option D. Question is, an employee at Dion Training complains that every time airplane mode is enabled on their laptop, their external mouse and headphones stop working. Which of the following technologies is being disabled by airplane mode and likely causing the issues experienced by this user? Option A. Wireless. Option B. GPS. Option C. Cellular. Option D. Bluetooth. Correct answer is option D. Question is, which of the following types of backup would require the most time to complete? Option A. Full. Option B. Differential. Option C. Synthetic. Option D. Incremental. Correct answer is option A. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, which of the following Mac OS features is the equivalent of the taskbar in Windows? Option A, Mission Control. Option B, Dock. Option C, Finder. Option D, Boot Camp. Correct answer is option B. Question is, a cybersecurity analyst is applying for a new job with a penetration testing firm. He received the job application as a secured Adobe PDF file, but unfortunately the firm locked the file with a password, so the potential employee could not fill in the application. Instead of asking for an unlocked copy of the document, the analyst decides to write a script in Python to attempt to unlock the PDF file by using passwords from a list of commonly used passwords until he can find the correct password or attempts every password in his list. Based on this description, what kind of cryptographic attack did the analyst perform? Option A, brute force attack. Option B, session hijacking. Option C, dictionary attack. Option D, on-path attack. Correct answer is option C. Question is, Jason wants to configure his Windows 10 workstation to automatically block pop-ups when searching for websites online. Which of the following control panel sections should be used to achieve this? Option A, Internet options. Option B, indexing options. Option C, power options. Option D, file explorer options. Correct answer is option A. Question is, a laptop is running Windows 10 with Windows Defender on it. A user believes their laptop may have become infected with malware, so they install a second antivirus program that supposed includes real-time protection. Now the laptop is sluggish and sometimes non-responsive. Which of the following should you do first to resolve this problem? Option A, enable real-time protection in Windows Defender. Option B, install and run spybot search and destroy on the laptop. Option C, run the Windows Update utility. Option D, uninstall the real-time protection antivirus. Correct answer is option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, a developer uses a MacBook Pro when working from home, but they need access to both a Windows and Mac OS system to test their programs. Which of the following tools should be used to allow both operating systems to exist on their MacBook Pro? Option A, Device Manager. Option B, Boot Camp. Option C, Mission Control. Option D, Terminal. Correct answer is option B. Question is, your boss from work just sent you an important email, but you are not in the office. You tried to open the email from your smartphone, but it is encrypted and won't open. What should you do? Option A, open the email using your device's web browser and your corporate web mail. Option B, ask your boss to resend the email to your Gmail account instead. Option C, verify the digital certificate is installed on the device. Option D, ask your boss to resend the email in an unencrypted format. Correct answer is option C. Question is, what is the first step of the 7-step malware removal process? Option A, update the application and the operating system. Option B, quarantine the infected system. Option C, enable system restore and create a restore point in Windows. Option D, investigate and verify malware symptoms. Correct answer is option D. Question is, when Jonathan opens the web browser on his computer, the initial page loads up to a search engine that he does not recognize. Jonathan attempts to use the search engine, but the results are abysmal and the browser creates numerous pop-ups. Jonathan asks for your assistance in fixing this issue. Which two of the following actions do you recommend Jonathan perform first? Option A. Reset the web browser to the default settings and configuration. Option B. Tell Jonathan to switch to a different web browser. Option C. Reboot Jonathan's computer and install a second antivirus program. Option D. Uncheck and unapproved applications from the Startup tab in the Task Manager. Option E. Delete the web browser's cache temporary files and cookies. Option F. Update Jonathan's web browser to the latest version. Correct answer is option A and option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, you run the command ipconfig on your laptop and see that you have been assigned an IP address of 169.254.0.56. Which category of IPv4 address is this? Option A. Public. Option B. Static. Option C. Private. Option D. API-PA. Correct answer is option D. Question is, a programmer is writing a script to calculate the disk space needed to perform a daily backup. The programming needs to store the amount of disk space in a temporary placeholder within the program that can be updated and changed during the script's execution. Which of the following would be used to store the value of the disk space needed? Option A. Loop. Option B. Comment. Option C. Constant. Option D. Variable. Correct answer is option D. Question is, you are helping to set up a backup plan for your organization. The current plan states that all of the organization's Linux server must have a daily backup conducted. These backups are then saved to a local NAS device. You have been asked to recommend a method to ensure the backups will work when needed for restoration. Which of the following should you recommend? Option A. Create an additional copy of the backups in an off-site data center. Option B. Attempt to restore to a test server from one of the backup files to verify them. Option C. Frequently restore the server from backup files to test them. Option D. Set up scripts to automatically re-attempt any failed backup jobs. Correct answer is option B. Question is, you are working as a mobile device technician for a large corporation's enterprise service desk. A user complains that every time they attempt to launch the company's mobile email application, it crashes and displays an error message of code 123. Which of the following should you do first to attempt to solve this problem? Option A. Reinstall the email app. Option B. Roll back the app to an earlier version. Option C. Update the smartphone's OS. Option D. Clear the app's cache. Correct answer is option A. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, you have just completed a repair for a customer's smartphone that took you 3 days. The customer complained that the repair took too long and began to question you about the steps you took to repair the device. What should you do next? Option A. Become defensive and explain why each step was necessary to repair the device. Option B. Provide documentation of the repair to the customer and thank them for their patience. Option C. Listen to the customer's complaint with concern and then post about the encounter on Facebook. Option D. Clearly tell the customer that if they had been more careful with the device then it wouldn't have needed to be fixed in the first place. Correct answer is option B. Question is, Sally was checking her email when she noticed that she has several automated replies from email she doesn't remembering sending. What type of attack was Sally most likely the victim of? Option A. Phishing. Option B. Phishing. Option C. Spear phishing. Option D. Hijacked email. Correct answer is option D. Question is, which of the following is considered a form of regulated data? Option A. DRM. Option B. PII. Option C. DMCA. Option D. AUP. Correct answer is option B. Question is, a user contacts the help desk and complains they are getting an error when they attempt to open a 4GB .dmg file on their Windows 10 workstation. Which of the following should you tell them? Option A. Your hard drive must not have enough free space. Option B. Your workstation need to have 16 GB of RAM to open the file. Option C. You must be an administrator to open that file. Option D. You need to use Mac OS to open DMG files. Correct answer is option B. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, Matt has verified that a user's system has symptoms of being infected with malware. According to the malware removal procedures, what should Matt do next? Option A. Educate the end user about how to avoid malware in the future. Option B. Quarantine the infected system by removing its network connectivity. Option C. Enable system restore and create a restore point in Windows. Option D. Update the antivirus software and run a full system scan. Correct answer is option B. Question is, Tim connects his Windows 10 laptop to his office's wireless network to print out a report for his boss. Which type of network should he select to discover his printer on the office's wireless network? Option A. Private. Option B. Home. Option C. Work. Option D. Public. Correct answer is option A. Question is, Dion Training is creating troubleshooting guides and frequently asked questions for its new customer service technicians. Which of the following would most likely contain these documents? Option A. Network topology diagrams. Option B. Password policy. Option C. Asset management database. Option D. Knowledge base articles. Correct answer is option D. Question is, you want to enable a security feature that would remember the layer 2 address first connected to a particular switch port to prevent someone from unplugging a workstation from the switch port and connecting their own SOHO wireless router to that same switch port. Which of the following security features would best accomplish this goal? Option A. Firewall. Option B. Login script. Option C. Single sign-on. Option D. Port security. Correct answer is option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, One of your Windows services is failing to start when you boot up your laptop. You have checked the service in the Windows Services tool and verified it is set to automatic. What should you attempt to do next to get the service to start up? Option A, run check disk on the system. Option B, restore from backup. Option C, update the operating system. Option D, reboot into safe mode and see if the service starts. Correct answer is option D. Question is, Judith is installing Windows 10 64-bit in a virtual machine on her Mac OS laptop. The installation is continually failing and producing an error. Judith has configured the virtual machine with a dual-core 1 GHz processor, 2 GB of memory, a 15 GB hard drive, and a 1024 x 768 screen resolution. Which item in the virtual machine should be increased to fix the installation issue experienced? Option A, amount of memory. Option B, the screen resolution. Option C, number of CPU cores. Option D, amount of hard drive space. Correct answer is option D. Question is, during a disaster recovery, which of the following statements is true? Option A, a virtual machine has more downtime than a physical server. Option B, both a virtual machine and a physical server has the same downtime. Option C, a virtual machine has less downtime than a physical server. Option D, a virtual machine cannot be used for redundancy or load balancing. Correct answer is option C. Question is, which of the following Windows tools should a technician use to import and install data in the X.509 format? Option A, RDS. Option B, Device Manager. Option C, Group Policy Editor. Option D, Certificate Manager. Correct answer is option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, a user is attempting to pay for their morning coffee using Apple Pay on their iPhone. The user quickly taps their phone against the payment terminal, but it fails to process. Which of the following should the user do to properly use NFC for payment? Option A, turn on airplane mode and then try again. Option B, hold the phone 5 inches above the payment terminal. Option C, manually select a card from your Apple Wallet and try again. Option D, hold the phone on the payment terminal for at least 3 seconds. Correct answer is option C and option D. Question is, Dion Training has an open wireless network so that their students can connect to the network during class without logging in. The Dion Training security team is worried that the customers from the coffee shop next door may be connecting to the wireless network without permission. If the Dion Training wants to keep the wireless network open for one student but prevents the coffee shop's customer from using it, which of the following should be changed for or modified? Option A, firewall. Option B, default SSID. Option C, single strength or power level. Option D, MAC filtering. Correct answer is option C. Question is, a user's workstation is infected with malware. You have quarantined it from the network. When you attempt to boot it to the Windows 10 desktop, it fails. Which of the following should you do next to begin remediating this system? Option A, disable system restore and reinstall Windows 10. Option B. Format the workstation and reinstall Windows 10. Option C. Restore the workstation from the last system restore point. Option D. Restart into safe mode and conduct an antivirus scan. Correct answer is option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, Joseph contacted the service desk because his Windows 10 desktop is acting strangely. He cannot use his mouse, speakers, or printers connected to his workstation by USB. Yesterday, everything worked normally. He attempted to reboot the computer to fix the issue, but it remains. Which of the following actions should be performed next? Option A. Roll back any system updates or changes since yesterday. Option B. Roll back the printer's device driver in the device manager. Option C. Disable system restore in Windows. Option D. Disable the Windows Update service to prevent future issues. Correct answer is option A. Question is, Dion Consulting Group has been hired by a large security operations center SOC to build a Windows 2019 domain environment. The SOC has a total of 150 Windows 10 Professional Edition workstations that will connect to the domain for authentication, administration, and access to networked resources. Which of the following types of network models is being used by this Security Operations Center in the domain environment? Option A. Client or server. Option B. Hub and spoke. Option C. Mesh. Option D. Peer-to-peer. Correct answer is option A. Question is, your company's shared drive has several folders that have become encrypted by a piece of ransomware. During your investigation, you found that only the sales department folders were encrypted. You continue your investigation and find that a salesperson's workstation was also encrypted. You suspect that this workstation was the original source of the infection. Since it was connected to the sales department's shared drive as a mapped S drive, it was also encrypted. You have unplugged the network cable from this workstation. What action should you perform next to restore the company's network to normal operation? Option A. Schedule a full disk anti-malware scan on the workstation. Option B. Restore the sales department folders from backups. Option C. Schedule weekly scans and enable an access scanning. Option D. Disable system restore on the workstation. Correct answer is option B. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, you need to determine the best way to test operating system patches in a lab environment before deploying them to your automated patch management system. Unfortunately, your network has several different operating systems in use, but you only have one machine available to test the patches on. What is the best environment to utilize to perform the testing of the patches before deployment? Option A. Virtualization. Option B. Sandboxing. Option C. Purchase additional workstations. Option D. Bypass testing and deploy patches directly into the production environment. Correct answer is option A. Question is, a user's computer was running out of storage space, so they decided to install a new second 1 TB hard disk drive HOD into their Windows 10 computer. Whenever they attempt to boot up the computer, an error of "No operating system found" is displayed on their screen. You unplug the new 1 TB HOD and then the computer boots up without any errors. You have just reconnected the 1 TB HOD. What steps should you attempt next to fix this issue? Option A. Reboot the computer into safe mode. Option B. Format the 1 TB HOD. Option C. Verify the boot order in the BIOS/UEFI. Option D. Reinstall Windows to the 1 TB HOD. Correct answer is option C. Question is, a user's personal settings are not showing up on their computer. You suspect that their profile has become corrupted within Windows. You attempt to look at their profile file but cannot find it in their profile directory. Which of the following options do you need to configure to see this file? Option A. Folder options. Option B. Display settings. Option C. User accounts. Option D. Internet options. Correct answer is option A. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, your company's wireless network was recently compromised by an attacker who utilized a brute force attack against the network's PIN to gain access. Once connected to the network, the attacker modified the DNS settings on the router and spread additional malware across the entire network. Which two of the following configurations were most likely used to allow the attack to occur? Option A. Router with outdated firmware. Option B. WPS enabled. Option C. WPA2 encryption enabled. Option D. Guest network enabled. Option E. Default administrative login credentials. Option F. TKIP encryption protocols. Correct answer is option B and option E. Question is, which of the following will close all of a user's open programs and services before powering off their Windows 10 computer? Option A. Lock. Option B. Hibernate. Option C. Sleep. Option D. Shut down. Correct answer is option D. Question is, Bradley has been authorized to work from home every Friday. Normally, he can use his work laptop home from home while still accessing the company's internal network shares. But for some reason, it isn't working today. What is the most likely the cause of Bradley's issue today? Option A. The corporate MOM policy. Option B. Missing OS security patches. Option C. An inactive VPN connection. Option D. Outdated anti-malware software. Correct answer is option C. Question is, a home user brought their Windows 10 laptop to the electronics store where you work because they suspect it has a malware infection. You have directly observed symptoms that indicate the system is infected with malware. Which of the following actions should you perform next? Option A. Remediate the infected system. Option B. Disable system restore. Option C. Enable system restore. Option D. Quarantine the affected system. Correct answer is option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, what type of wireless security measure can easily be defeated by a hacker by spoofing their network interface card's hardware address? Option A. WPS. Option B. WEP. Option C. Disable SSID broadcast. Option D. MAC filtering. Correct answer is option D. Question is, a user receives the following error message: Windows Update cannot currently check for updates because the service is not running. The user calls the help desk to report the error they received. A support technician uses a remote connection tool to log into the computer remotely, quickly identifies the issue, and fixes the issue. Which of the following should the technician do next? Option A, restart the network services. Option B, reboot the computer. Option C, register the Windows Update Services DLL files. Option D, roll back the device drivers. Correct answer is option B. Question is, you recently moved 1.5 TB of data from your Office's file server to a new 16 TB NAS and decommissioned the old file server. You verified all users had been given the same permissions to the new file shares on the NAS as they had on the old server. The users are receiving an error stating Windows cannot access server 10 shared every time they click the shared drive icon on their desktop. What is the most likely the source of this error? Option A, the users are using the password for the new server. Option B, the users are still mapped to the old shared drive. Option C, the users need administrative permissions to access the new NAS. Option D, the users are outside the authorized hours set in the GPU. Correct answer is option B. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, which of the following techniques would be the most appropriate solution to implementing a multi-factor authentication system? Option A, password and security question. Option B, fingerprint and retinal scan. Option C, smart card and PIN. Option D, username and password. Correct answer is option C. Question is, a user is complaining that when they attempt to access Google's home page, it appears in a foreign language even though they are located in the United States. The user claims they are not using a VPN to access the internet. You have run a full anti-malware scan on the workstation and detected nothing unusual. Which of the following actions should you attempt next? Option A, disable the Windows firewall. Option B, verify the user's date and time zone are correctly listed in the Windows. Option C, remove any proxy servers configured in their web browser. Option D, download the latest security updates for Windows. Correct answer is option C. Question is, Dion Training's office are frequently experiencing brownouts and sags. Which of the following solutions would protect all of their workstations and servers from these undervoltage events? Option A, diesel generator. Option B, surge suppressor. Option C, line conditioner. Option D, uninterruptible power supply. Correct answer is option C. Question is, a user's Android smartphone is becoming sluggish and slow to load applications. Which of the following should you perform first to fix this problem? Option A, turn off the smartphone's Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Option B, conduct a factory restore of the smartphone. Option C, close all of the running applications. Option D, update the smartphone's firmware. Correct answer is option C. Question is, you are working on a Windows 10 workstation with a 1 TB HOD and 16 GB of memory that is operating slowly when reading large files from its storage device. Which of the following commands should you use to speed up this workstation? Option A, ipconfig. Option B, format. Option C, disk part. Option D, check disk. Correct answer is option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is, Dion Training has recently replaced the batteries in their rack-mounted UPS in their data center. Which of the following should their technicians do to dispose of the depleted batteries? Option A, research local regulations for toxic waste disposal in their area. Option B, review the material safety data sheet for disposal instructions. Option C, wrap the batteries in plastic and place them in a trash. Option D, place the batteries in the recycle bin behind their office building. Correct answer is option A. Question is, you have discovered that an employee has been conducted illegal activities using their workplace computer. You have taken possession of the employee's laptop according to your company's procedures and are waiting to give it to law enforcement authorities. What should you do when turning over the laptop to the police? Option A, maintain the chain of custody. Option B, quarantine the system. Option C, preserve the evidence. Option D, document the changes. Correct answer is option A. Question is, you have been asked to help a user upgrade their laptop from Windows 10 to Windows 11. The user has asked that all of their applications, user profiles, documents, and PST files be preserved during the upgrade. Which of the following types of upgrades or installations should you perform on this laptop? Option A, clean installation. Option B, unattended installation. Option C, in place upgrade. Option D, repair upgrade. Correct answer is option C. Question is, your company has just installed a new proxy server and has asked you to configure all of the Windows workstations to use it. Which of the following Internet Options tabs in the Windows control panel should you configure? Option A, General. Option B, Content. Option C, Privacy. Option D, Connections. Correct answer is option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, you have just finished installing a new workstation for a user in your office. They need to be able to see the other workstations on the company's work group. Which of the following settings should you ensure is enabled? Option A, enable an RDP connection. Option B, enable network discovery. Option C, enable file and folder sharing. Option D, enable BitLocker. Correct answer is option B. Question is, which of the following devices should you never disassemble during troubleshooting due to the risk of electrocution? Option A, power supply. Option B, tablet. Option C, LCD display. Option D, printer. Correct answer is option A. Question is, a user is complaining that the touch screen on their smartphone is not responding to their touch. What is the first step you recommend to solve this issue? Option A, reinstall the OS. Option B, have the user restart the device. Option C, enable and disable airplane mode. Option D, replace the defective touch screen. Correct answer is option B. Question is, your son just attempted to start up 3 programs at once on his Windows 10 home laptop. The system appears to be unresponsive and a spinning circle has replaced his mouse cursor on the screen. Which is the best solution to this problem? Option A. Kill the unresponsive task. Option B. Restart the network services. Option C. Disable the application startup. Option D. Reboot the system. Correct answer is option A. Question is Dion Training utilizes a federation authentication model for all of its internal and external services. If an employee needs to access one of the company's web applications from their smartphone, they use a username and password to log into the main website. They then are transferred and authenticated to all of the other sites and services automatically. Which of the following type of authentication is this known as? Option A. MFA. Option B. Face ID. Option C. Touch ID. Option D. SSO. Correct answer is option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Question is your company is concerned about the possibility of power fluctuations that may occur and cause an immediate loss of power for several minutes to their server room. To prevent this condition, they are installing a large rack-mounted UPS to protect the server. Which type of condition are they trying to prevent using this UPS? Option A. Under voltage event. Option B. Power surge. Option C. Power spikes. Option D. Power failure. Correct answer is option D. Question is which of the following policies should be created to provide employees with the guidelines and limitations they must follow when using company provided email, computers and network access? Option A. AUP. Option B. PII. Option C. GDPR. Option D. DLP. Correct answer is option A. Question is you are working as a desktop repair technician for a large corporation. The company uses the exact same desktop hardware for all of its users' workstations. Today you have received multiple calls from users complaining that their screen becomes filled with static when moving their mouse. You noticed that the systems all received a security patch and other updates from the Microsoft Endpoint Configuration Management (MECM) server last night. Which of the following actions should you take to resolve this issue? Option A. Disable the DirectX service in services.msc. Option B. Use SFC to ensure all system files are correct and not corrupted. Option C. Reboot the system into safe mode and allow the user to continue their work. Option D. Roll back the video card driver and wait for a new driver to be released. Correct answer is option D. Question is failed to pass systems has just been the victim of another embarrassing data breach. Their database administrator needed to work from home this weekend, so he downloaded the corporate database to his work laptop. On his way home, he left the laptop in an Uber and a few days later, the data was posted on the internet. Which of the following mitigations would have provided the greatest protection against this data breach? Option A. Require data at rest encryption on all endpoints. Option B. Require a VPN to be utilized for all telework employees. Option C. Require all new employees to sign an NDA. Option D. Require data masking for any information stored in the database. Correct answer is option A. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is, an off-site tape backup storage facility is involved with a forensic investigation. The facility has been told they cannot recycle their outdated tapes until the conclusion of the investigation. Which of the following is the most likely reason for this? Option A, the process of discovery. Option B, a notice of a legal hold. Option C, a data transport request. Option D, a chain of custody breach. Correct answer is option B. Question is, what anti-malware solution is installed as a dedicated on-premises appliance to scan all incoming traffic and prevent malware from being installed on any of your clients without requiring the installation of any software on your clients? Option A, signature-based anti-malware. Option B, host-based anti-malware. Option C, network-based anti-malware. Option D, cloud-based anti-malware. Correct answer is option C. Question is, every new employee at Diane training must sign a document to show they understand the proper rules for using the company's computers. This document states that the new employee has read the policy that dictates what can and cannot be done from the corporate workstations. Which of the following documents best describes this policy? Option A, AUP. Option B, MOU. Option C, SLA. Option D, SOW. Correct answer is option A. Question is, which of the following file types are commonly used to create simple scripts in the Windows command line environment? Option A, .py. Option B, .sh. Option C, .js. Option D, .bat. Correct answer is option D. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe.